Okay, so hello guys. You know how grandma says if you want the car ride, you have to be good. Well, I'm going to show you I feel the same way. You know how I say I'm still going to go on the car ride. So yes, I said it because for the purpose I got in trouble again because I was focused on setup questions, and I was mad because my father said that I'm gonna get hurt, which made me thought I was not safe at my house. And because he said that, I am going to crash my mental antivirus software and corrupt my mental files. I don't want this type of talk saying that it's right, saying that a child for being bad is going to get hurt because that is a discipline that I don't like, and your child hates that discipline. So why would you hit a child? If you hurt the child too hard or you beat their behind, that is like discipline. That is like corporal punishment. And I'm not even trying to go out of nowhere by comparing it to some kind of child abuse. But in fact, my thoughts says in my thought process that discipline is child abuse. It says in my thought process, yes, it is. It is child abuse. And I don't like the thing. I have thoughts about discipline being considered child abuse because my thought process thinks that. Because I'm worried I'm going to get hurt by my parents for doing something bad. And just because I did something bad, it still doesn't make corporal punishment right. I don't like it. I will say ouch every time I get it. I don't want to feel that type of pain. That pain really hurts my mental computer. And whenever I get those punishments, then I am not safe. Did you heard that? I can't be safe and punished at the same time. I don't like punishment. I don't like any of the punishments that my parents gives. I wish they can change their discipline, change their form of discipline. Because like I said, there are other disciplines out there besides hitting. I don't like hitting. Hitting hurts. It should not be allowed, whether if it's viewed under the umbrella of corporal punishment or not. Hitting is also considered child abuse, and it leads to violence. I don't like hitting. So ask your parents to get you a book called Hands Are Not for Hitting. And as a matter of fact, I would be so appreciative if I could get If I could get that book and learn that hands are not for hitting, because even the book says hitting is child abuse. The book says that. I could go and write my own book, and I could call the story "Discipline is Child Abuse." Oh, who wrote that book? Oh, who made those cartoons? Who made the characters? Well, you could go and read the book, and the book will tell you. Even the book will tell you it's child abuse, because that's what the book is gonna say. Everything is gonna consider it that way. Because it's true. Nobody should be putting their hands on their child at all. Actually, I used to read that book when I was at the Kessler Center. The hands are not for hitting. Because hitting falls under the umbrella of corporal punishment, like I said. And if there was a book based on how not to hit, then that would be a pretty good book for me. Because if he hits me, I am not going to be safe at home anymore. Just so that I could tell you right now, I am not going to be safe at home anymore if he hits me. Even if I did something bad, or I get called a bad kid, or I get treated, even if I did something bad, or I'm a bad kid, that's still no reason for someone to be hitting me. And there is nothing wrong with me. There is nothing wrong with me why people should be hitting me. And using that sort of punishment around. I don't like punishment. That is why I talk about punishment, because I don't want to get punishment. I want to stay away from that. And I don't like neither or. And courts shouldn't have no domestic violence papers. And they shouldn't be calling, and courts shouldn't be calling domestic violence the safety. Because it doesn't make sense. Domestic violence is not the safety. It is something that actually goes back to getting hurt. All right, guys. I gotta go. But the way I can avoid getting hit is I have to do something good and stop asking setup questions, no asking setup questions, because if I ask a setup question, he's gonna hit me.